Brown Dog Gadgets Live.
Hello, welcome to Brown Dog Gadgets Live. I'm Amanda, the Education Outreach Coordinator here at Brown Dog Gadgets. Behind the camera today, I've got Andy. Say hi, Andy.
Hello, day 2.
Yeah. Good. It's all mixed up. We're just mixing it up on you. As you can tell, we are celebrating New Year a little bit early. But before we get to that, if you have not followed us on our social media channels, please do so. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter or X, and YouTube. Lots of great stuff that we've been putting up lately, so please go check it out. Like, comment, subscribe. My husband wants me to say smash that like button, you know. It's wonderful. Thank you. Yeah. Also, all of the templates that you see on our streams, you can find for free at browndoggadgets.com. You can just print them off. And then if you ever have any questions during the live stream, you are welcome to comment, chat with us. But if you have questions afterwards, please feel free to email us at help@browndoggadgets.com. This is really looking strong today. Today we are going to make 2 New Year's projects. First, we've got our Happy New Year card. This is the black and white version. Thank you, Andy. Thank you.
I told Dave I'd go hard on the sound effects today.
I like it. And this is the colored in version. Definitely up to you on which ones you really are going to go hard at the sound effects. And then I need to take these off safely without breaking them. There we go. I mean, I can still see it's perfectly fine, but... And then I'll show you how to make these Happy New Year glasses that you can have light up, which are so much fun. It almost looked like that gold was super shimmery on the overhead camera, which was really fun. That's a good one. That was a shimmer. I liked it. Awesome. We're going to start with our Happy New Year card today. Cards are probably one of our most simple circuit projects to put together. They really are fairly straightforward. And you know what? Josh moved things on me, I feel. Or just had everything everywhere. That could be. So for our cards, you can go over to browndoggadgets.com, print those templates off for free. What we do suggest is printing on a heavier cardstock to make sure that the paper stands up to the circuit that you're going to put on it. So we do suggest using a safety pin or push pin to push holes through where the LED legs are going to go. The LED legs will not survive trying to get pushed through. They will bend, they will break. It won't be pretty. I'm going to use this LED today. The longer leg is the positive leg, shorter leg is negative. I can tell that this one is a white LED because it is a perfect circle all the way around. You can always test it out as well by putting the longer leg on top of the battery, shorter on the bottom to test out that LED. So we're good to go. My longer leg is going to go through the positive hole, shorter leg through the negative. And I'm going to flip it over and use that template on the back and bend those legs down to match the template. The great thing is a lot of our projects have really clear directions and templates directly on the project itself. If it doesn't, it's usually like on a separate card, but the more recent ones have it right on there, which is really helpful. I am going to be using something called Maker Tape today. Maker Tape is a nylon conductive tape. It is the much cooler, much cuter, much richer cousin to copper foil tape. Copper foil tape is no fun in the classroom. It rips really easily. If it rips, then it's not conductive anymore. It can't bridge that gap in the circuit. This stuff is just really strong, really easy to use, just really classroom friendly. So I'm just going to peel it off of that backing and I'm just going to cut some pieces and go for it. Because you know what? I can always overlap pieces if I don't have enough. So I started with path A. You'll notice there isn't a path B marked on those paths. Path B is a tape loop that's going to hold down my battery. So I'm going to take about 1 inch worth. I'm going to wrap it around into just a loop of tape like you'd use on the back of a poster. and put it right on top of tape path A. And since we've got our short LED leg coming down this way, we want the negative side of the battery connecting to the negative LED leg. So we'll put that with the writing side up. And then I'm going to use another piece of maker tape right over the short or negative LED leg. The great thing about maker tape, it is conductive all the way through. So I can just put it right on top of that LED leg. I really like to take my nail on either side of that leg just to make sure I have a solid connection. I heard you give Josh that tip yesterday.
Yeah, that's a good go-to.
Yep, that's my favorite. I do like the sandwich method if it is a little bit more porous, but
Yeah.
on a card it's not needed. And then we'll do the same thing on the long LED leg, so path D. One thing you do want to make sure of is you do not want your two tape paths right in the middle here to touch. If they touch, you will short circuit out your project and it will not work. So just make sure that those paths are not touching. There we go. And then the last tape path I need is going to connect the long LED leg or the positive leg to the top side of the battery. It's way longer than I need, but that's fine. So when I close this, it should be lit up. There we go. Nice simple circuit, just one LED. It really is truly quite easy. So there's our Happy New Year card. That's always fun. And then we've got those Happy New Year glasses. This is done with some cardstock, or not cardstock, that was with construction, or I can't think. Cardboard, thank you. So the template on the website gives you the template for the glasses itself, as well as for the part that goes around your ear. You'll see there's a bunch of different lines here. That's for you to decide how big or small you want those glasses to be. So if you're making them for kids, I would start at the smallest one, and then you can always cut away more if you need to. I also find it really handy. You can always like cut out this template and even just glue it or stick it onto whatever material you're using. So sometimes I'll use foam, craft foam that has an adhesive backing. So you can put this right onto that adhesive backing and cut it out, and then you also have your template right there ready to go. It is a fairly simple template, but it is definitely helpful. And then we've got the Happy New Year little part that we cut out and put over it. So I didn't want you to sit here watching me cut and color. I cut those out, I traced it on some cardboard, and that's how I got this guy. So all I did was hot glue the cardboard together, and I hot glued this piece on top of it, just so it would be ready to go so we could build right away. It is the same idea that we did with the card, where there is absolutely no way, especially with a layer of cardstock and 2 layers of cardboard and possibly hot glue in between, that those LED legs are going to survive going through all that. So, a handy dandy safety pin. I'm going to work on pushing holes through that. Pete always tells me, be careful, don't stab yourself, because he's done that. And then I think the next day, I think I stabbed myself. Yeah, good times. Also, if you have never used Maker Tape before and you would like to try it out, we have something called our sampler kit. And that's this guy right here. The sampler pack has 5 different projects in it. It's got a roll of 5 meters of Maker Tape. It has a name tag, a name badge, solar bug, a bristle bot, and instructions for a felt bracelet. Lots of really great stuff in here. You can kind of see what we do and how we do it, and you can try out that awesome Maker Tape. It even comes on a 3D printed holder. If you want more of these holders, like I'm using here, you can actually go to browndoggadgets.com, and we have those files up on the website that you can print for yourself We even have one for our 20-meter roll. And if you want to get really fancy, you can print some battery holders as well. Or, well, I don't think this was up there, but I know Josh wanted to show off the paw print yesterday. So yes, go over to browndoggadgets.com, request your own sample pack, and you could try out some maker tape and see how really great it truly is. All right, back to our project. Andy, what color should I use?
Ooh.
There's two of them, so I don't know about color changing.
Well,
Let's do it anyway, I don't care.
I'd say go try the color changing. I think you'll be okay.
Okay. All right, so we said with the white one, it was round all the way around the base. This one, it's hard to see, but it does have two flat sides. You can't really see it that well, but we'll test it out just to make sure. Long leg on top of the battery, short leg on the bottom. And I can see that this one is color changing. It'd be awkward if I had a white one and a color changing one. I feel like that would really throw off the aesthetics of the whole project. All right, so I've got my color changing LEDs. Remember, I'm gonna put that long leg or the positive leg through the hole for the positive side. I'm gonna push it all the way through so it's nice and sturdy in there. And if you're coming to some resistance when putting those legs through, pull that LED back out and try to make the hole just a little bit bigger. Make sure you've got a good path for it to follow. What were you gonna say, Andy?
You can sometimes feel like a little click, like if you're really
Yeah.
trying to push the LED flush against or like through something and then flush against the surface, the way that those legs are kind of shaped produces a bit of a click once it's actually fully flush against the surface and you've pushed it all the way through.
I absolutely agree. Now, the cardboard is pretty smooth. However, with like this groove here, I don't want my glasses to just stop working. So I am going to do the sandwich method with the tape. Now, I'm not going to do it the way Josh does it, which you could technically do it either way. He likes to put a path down underneath it and then a path over the leg, and then it just holds it in place. I really like the way that I've seen Andy do it, where you put it on the bottom side of that leg and you fold it over the top. And it's kind of like a little pita pocket.
Yep.
And then I'm going to make sure it's really got a strong connection, running my nail along the sides. If you're watching right now, I'd love for you to leave a comment or chat with us. Do you have any plans for New Year's? My plans are to hopefully have my children in bed by 9 and then fall asleep by 9:30. Rocking out some solid plans there. What about you, Andy?
Ooh, if all goes well, I'll be chasing snow way far north in the UP. So
Ooh.
hopefully we'll be spending a white Christmas.
Hopefully
And
too.
an
It is supposed to
even
snow
whiter
here
New Year's.
tomorrow.
Yep. Supposed to snow here tomorrow. There's an off chance also of a little bit of snow potential around New Year's Eve and Christmas and Christmas Eve.
Okay. All right, so then I'm going to do the same thing on the other LED, literally just kind of wrapping it around. Put it in a little pocket just to make sure I get a strong connection. So if you're watching right now, what are you doing for New Year's? Or do you have any fabulous plans like I do? Are you excited for snow if you get snow by you? Tell me something, anything. All right, so I've got those LED legs kind of wrapped up in maker tape just to make sure it's got a nice strong connection. Now I'm going to take my two negative LED legs and I'm gonna just bring some tape in to have them meet in the middle. This is where my battery is going to stay. And I don't have much on this roll anymore, but the great thing is, since I can overlap it, I don't want to waste this piece. So I'll use it and then get some more. I like to work off of like a strip of Maker Tape. Makes my life a little bit easier. So I'm just going to go all the way across the middle, connecting the two negative LED legs. Just like that. And now I'm going to take, just like I did with the card, I'm going to take a 1-inch piece of Maker Tape and use it as a tape loop again to hold my battery in place. It's going to go right on top of that negative path, and the battery will go right on top of that. Just holds everything nicely in place. So now I'm going to take Maker Tape and take my long LED legs, and I'm going to route them around the frame and onto the top of the battery. You can cut pieces and like cut and overlap as you go. However, the great thing about Maker Tape, it is really easy to use. So I kind of just bend it as I go. It just makes it follow that path a little bit easier. So I just kind of, almost like a right angle turn, but not quite. Just kind of pull it and push it back down. Josh's favorite right angle turns. But not quite. Oh, it's way over the edge, but you know what? That's fine. And literally, I just kind of followed that path, folding as I went. And then I need to do the same thing with my other LED. And you can't see it from your angle, but you can see it is, this one is already lit up because my path is complete for my left LED.
And this would be a parallel circuit, right? So that's actually
Correct.
showing you one of the benefits of setting up a multiple component circuit this way.
Absolutely.
So that if one of the pathways is somehow damaged, or the component that is along that pathway is damaged, the other one will still work. So yeah, this is right, Christmas time and the holiday season, and oftentimes one of the classic examples of the benefits of a parallel circuit is the old school string of Christmas lights, where when one of them would go
Right.
out, the whole chain would go out because they're all along the same path. These are
Yep.
two components that are on separate paths, and so you saw just there when you showed one of the two lights working, that this type of circuit allows for, you know, partial sections of a given circuit to work.
And there we go. We are lit up. Both LEDs are working. And the funny thing is, since they are the color changing LEDs, and I did not actually have them start at the same time, they are on a completely different light up pattern plan going on here. If I want to stop them from working, I can literally just pull that battery back and let it hang down, and then they won't be on. I can just flip it back up, put it in place, and then they're actually, for now, they'll be on the same color. It won't last long. They like to mess with me, I've noticed. And then when I made this guy, the only difference is I went in with like a gold marker and just colored the frame. If you really want to get fancy, I've got this pair that Natasha made with gold glitter glue all over it, which that's just so much fun. I only got the glitter glue in the mail today, so, you know, I didn't get a chance.
One thing you might notice is a difference between the version that we just made and Natasha's is right at where the earpiece meets the front of the frame. It looks like she scored
Yep.
just through the top layer of
Yep.
the cardboard. So when you're working with like 2-ply cardboard or even tag board, and if you had you just made a single pass with a
Absolutely.
razor blade or a craft knife.
Yep, and I did do that beforehand. I just have to kind of
Hey.
break it
There you go.
to get them to fold. And you do have to be somewhat gentle with it, but, you know, it is cardboard, so it does have that other layer holding it in place. So there we go. Those are the two New Year's projects we've got. We've got our Happy New Year card, as well as, I like my gold ones. They're styling.
I do like them.
the New Year's glasses. Just a reminder, you can get all these templates on our website. You just have to head over to browndoggadgets.com. If you're struggling finding the glasses template, you can look up Light Up Glasses. I believe it's listed as Happy Birthday / Happy New Year because the template sheet like this has a second page that says Happy Birthday on it. So many options, so many different ways that you can design, and then you could put some funky glitter glue all along the end here. I don't know. It could be great. Yeah, that's what we've got for you today. Just a reminder, if you have not followed us on our social media platforms, please go check us out. You've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, and YouTube. We have been putting up some short videos on each of those platforms, so please feel free to like those, comment on those if you see those. Lots of really great projects and products that you can check out. And then reminder that you can check all of our templates out at browndoggadgets.com. And if you do have any questions, you can email us at help@browndoggadgets.com. We will definitely see you tomorrow, where we're going to work on some analog circuitry projects. So the last few weeks we've been looking at just how to connect the different Crazy Circuits pieces on our Lego base plate to make different circuitry projects, and the great lessons that Andy actually developed a few years ago. We looked at those last week. This week we are going to be making a telegraph key with those same Crazy Circuits pieces, as well as some Lego bricks and a crank using the same stuff. So those are really fun, some really great ways to get kids really thinking about circuitry, and maybe they can come up with something along those lines that's a little bit different, or use those to create their own little Lego scene. So that will be tomorrow. Then we will be taking a break for the next 2 weeks for the holidays, and then we'll be back January 7th. I think it's the 7th, that Tuesday. Does that sound right? Yeah. January 7th, we'll be back with some fun winter projects before jumping into all the Valentine projects we have. It's coming. We hope you have an awesome holiday season, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for Analog Circuits. Have a good one.
Thanks for watching. Please visit browndoggadgets.com for parts, projects, and curriculum. Follow us on social media at browndoggadgets. We'll see you next time.